Welcome back to Remnant from the Ashes. In this video I'm going to give you some tips on how to beat the Nightmare boss playing solo. Jumping straight into it, there are two phases to this boss. First up, you're going to be facing Dreamer. Dreamer is the easier one of the two, and I would recommend using the crossbow if you have it. Get as many upgrades on that as possible. I actually got a lot of tips from the stream chat, so thank you to those of you that helped me out. Use the crossbow and use something like Swarm or a different type of mod that's going to help out with a bit of damage. And then on your secondary, I was using the SMG. You want to make sure that you have Mender's Aura. The first time I attempted Nightmare, it took me like 40 minutes. I got the boss down to 0 health and it glitched out on me. I don't know exactly what happened, but the boss just didn't die. So I restarted my game. It worked the second time round. I actually did it a hell of a lot quicker. I'm going to leave the playthrough of completing the boss in the video so that you guys can see everything I've done. But as soon as you go into this room, you're going to face the Dreamer. The Dreamer has like these weird sort of like leg tentacle things that you would see out of like a Spider-Man film. And he's got this helmet on. Obviously try and go for headshots. Moving around the room, he will do this spin thing that pulls you in, so just keep trying to roll out of the way of that. Like try and counter the suction kind of thing. There's a few ads as well, so try and deal with those when possible. And the other attack, he'll be on the ground and he's going to slam. It's going to send like a shockwave towards you. It deals a decent amount of damage, so try and steer clear by rolling to either side. Once you've killed Dreamer, he's going to form into Nightmare's chest. And that's where the boss fight really begins. The second phase of it, the final part, the final boss in the game. And there's two different sections to this boss fight. There's no point shooting when you first start. You're only going to deal like 2 or 3 damage. What you need to do is avoid the red orbs that come towards you. That's the only attack the Nightmare has. And after 2 attacks, I think it is, you will be taken into what I'm going to call the Shadow Realm. What you need to do in there is kill as many mobs as possible, but be careful, there is ticking damage. So as soon as I go in there, I use the Swarm. That helps me kill the mobs. And then just use the crossbow. It should be a one hit if you've got some damage like rings and stuff on. It all depends on your gear, but try and have the crossbow as high a level as possible. And I was running the SMG because that's an amazing weapon as well. So use the crossbow, one-shot the root mobs in the Shadow Realm. Kill as many as possible whilst paying attention to your health. I would use the, I can't remember what it's called, you'll see in the actual gameplay of doing this. There is a ring you can equip that will regenerate a small amount of health per second. Then you can use the Blood Wart, also the Golden Plums, which you can buy from a vendor, I think it's in the final world. I can't remember what it's called. But try and get as much health regen as possible for that Shadow Realm. And then kill some mobs. I think the max amount of mobs you can kill for the biggest damage buff is going to be 10. But once you've killed a decent amount, try and go for as many as possible without taking too much of a risk. Just because the first time I did this, I was probably dealing with the SMG because I was using the SMG to damage the boss. It's better for DPS. But the first time round, I was killing maybe 3 or 4, getting like 1,000 damage numbers. You need to try and get like double that. Because when I went back round after the boss glitched, I went back in. I started killing more mobs because I wanted to take the boss down quicker. Kill like 6 or 7 or something, you'll get high damage numbers when you come back out. I believe you get 3 phases of the orb attack. Just keep running, you don't have to roll to avoid the orbs, but they do hit hard, and if one hits you it's going to cause stagger, so multiple will hit you and you'll probably die. But go through the damage phase when you're dealing damage. If you deal enough damage during the damage phase, the chest will open up every single time. Make sure you are hitting this guy in the head. With a crossbow shot, I saw damage numbers up to like 500,000. It was average about 340,000 if I hit him in the head. And even the SMG was dealing 30k damage, like 20 to 30k per headshot on this guy. So it deals a massive amount of damage. It's going to take the boss's health down quick. And then all you do after that is, after the phases, you'll see the boss spin kind of thing. That's when you place your Mender's Aura down, because you can heal back up to full if you're not already full. And then you just rinse and repeat. Avoid the orbs, go back into the Shadow Realm, kill the mobs with health regen on. Make sure you've got ammo boxes as well. And take some Blood Warts because they're going to come in handy. Golden Plums if you have them. You only need to use 1 Golden Plum. It regens an okay amount of health. It lasts for an hour, even if you die. But rinse and repeat. Shadow Realm, kill mobs, jump back into the boss fight, deal damage, heal up. Just do the same thing over and over again. You'll eventually get them done. I've rambled on, but this is the hardest, the final boss in the game. So I feel some of you, like especially on solo, it can be extremely challenging. It took me a long time to learn the meta. There was people pretty much screaming at me if they could in the chat, telling me to kill more mobs. But I was a little bit of a pussy regarding staying in the Shadow Realm too long because there's ticking damage. If you get hit by a mob, it's very risky. But the second time round, I killed a few more mobs. You'll see it anyway. So we're going to roll the gameplay, and I hope it helps you guys out. Do I have to do a certain amount of damage for the chest to open? Okay, so now we get ready. Oh no! I keep missing. Oh, and the dodge. Okay, let's leave. Just to be on the safe side. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, David. I'm thinking it's a certain amount of damage to open up his chest. They keep dodging. No, teleporting archer. I've opened up the chest. 388k! 500! Oh my god! I missed. I've got no ammo. I've missed two. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We can deal with that. fucking done it! Get in! Oh my god! Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. Oh my god. Dreamer's Manor. Cheers, David. Yeah, like, I couldn't deal enough damage because I was so scared of the Shadow Realm. And that's why his chest wasn't opening up. Like, on the first run where it glitched out at the end. But that was insane. Like, the crossbows hit him for like $500,000 sometimes, and like 340k. That was crazy. So that was me killing Nightmare. As I said, it took a little while, but all you've got to do is just make sure you get the mechanics down, get the meta going. Crossbow for a decent amount of damage. SMG is pretty good as well. Try and use Mender's Aura if you have it. And also Swarm was helpful. Turrets are pointless. The turrets don't actually fire, like they pretty much don't activate in that boss room. But that's going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped you out. Thank you for watching.